The night began with a desperate plea for help. Robin Hall, a resident of Honolulu, dialed 911, her voice trembling with fear. Instead of finding safety, she encountered Officer Koanui, a man sworn to protect, who would soon become the architect of her nightmare. Miss Hall's story, tragically, is not unique. It is a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of citizens when those entrusted with their safety choose to abuse their power. This is not about one officer's misconduct. It is a symptom of a system that allows such injustices to thrive. Miss Hall's encounter with Officer Koanui was not a case of mistaken identity or a judgment call gone wrong. It was a calculated act of retaliation, fueled by a disturbing web of personal connections and a blatant disregard for the law. Her experience lays bare the deep-seated flaws within the Honolulu Police Department, a system that seems to protect its own, even when it means sacrificing the very citizens it swore to serve. At the heart of Miss Hall's ordeal lies a deeply concerning conflict of interest involving Officer Koanui and his business partner, Mr. Letoto. This connection, far from being a mere coincidence, played a pivotal role in the events that transpired, transforming what should have been a routine call into a blatant abuse of power. Officer Koanui, instead of upholding the law, used his position to settle a personal score, fueled by his entanglement with Mr. Letoto's interests. The details of their partnership remain shrouded in secrecy, raising further questions about the extent of their influence and the potential for corruption. This case underscores the urgent need for transparency within the Honolulu Police Department, where conflicts of interest, particularly those with the potential to impact citizens' lives, must be brought to light. The public deserves to know that their safety and well-being are not compromised by personal agendas and hidden alliances. Transparency is essential to restoring trust and ensuring accountability. Officer Koanui's actions on that fateful night were not just a betrayal of trust, but a blatant violation of Miss Hall's fundamental rights as a citizen. The moment he chose to use his badge as a weapon, he crossed the line, demonstrating a chilling disregard for the very principles he was sworn to uphold. Miss Hall's case is a stark reminder that the Constitution, the bedrock of American freedom, is meaningless without accountability and consequences for those who violate it. Her First Amendment right to free speech was stifled. Her Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures was trampled upon. And her 14th Amendment right to equal protection under the law was utterly disregarded. These are not mere technicalities, they are the pillars upon which a just and equitable society stands. Each violation represents a crack in the foundation of democracy, a threat to the very fabric of our nation. The physical and psychological scars inflicted upon Miss Hall serve as a constant reminder of the night her life was irrevocably altered. The trauma of that encounter continues to haunt her, casting a long shadow over her life. The physical pain may heal, but the emotional wounds run deep, a testament to the lasting impact of police brutality. Her story is a heart-wrenching reminder that justice must reach beyond the courtroom and address the profound suffering endured by victims. Miss Hall's case is not simply about legal redress, it is about acknowledging the profound human cost of police misconduct. The anxiety, the fear, the sleepless nights, the constant looking over her shoulder, these are the invisible scars that she carries every day. Her experience underscores the urgent need for comprehensive support systems for victims of police brutality, systems that address not only their physical well-being, but also their mental and emotional health. Section 5. A city complicit systemic failures enable abuse of power. Miss Hall's ordeal did not occur in a vacuum. It was facilitated by a system rife with flaws, a system that seems to prioritize protecting its own over serving and protecting its citizens. The Honolulu Police Department, instead of being a beacon of safety, has become a symbol of fear and distrust for many in the community. The lack of accountability within the department is not an oversight. It is a systemic issue that demands immediate and comprehensive reform. The city's policies and customs played a direct role in enabling Officer Koanui's actions. From inadequate training to a culture of silence, the system failed Miss Hall at every turn. This is not about blaming individuals, it is about recognizing the systemic issues that allow such abuses of power to occur. The city has a moral and legal obligation to create a police force that reflects the values of its citizens: justice, fairness, and accountability. Section 6. A badge does not excuse injustice, the urgent need for police reform. Miss Hall's case is a stark reminder that the badge of law enforcement does not grant immunity from the law. The power bestowed upon police officers is a sacred trust, earned through integrity and accountability. Officer Kawanui's actions were a betrayal of the oath he swore to uphold. His actions eroded the public's trust in the institution he represented. Comprehensive police reform in Honolulu is an urgent necessity. This reform must address the root causes of police misconduct. Section 7. Beyond one case, a call for systemic change and accountability. While Miss Hall's case is a chilling reminder of the potential for abuse within law enforcement, it's crucial to remember that it is not an isolated incident. Her story is, tragically, one of many, a testament to the systemic issues that plague police departments across the nation. It is a call to action, a demand for a justice system that truly serves and protects all citizens, regardless of race, gender, or socio-economic status. The fight for justice in Honolulu is a microcosm of a larger struggle for equality and accountability within law enforcement across the United States. The fight for justice requires a multi-pronged approach, one that addresses not only individual acts of misconduct, but also the systemic issues that enable them. It demands a shift in culture, both within police departments and in society at large. It requires acknowledging the implicit biases that too often influence law enforcement interactions and implementing strategies to mitigate their impact. Section 8. Justice denied is justice delayed. The fight for Miss Hall continues. Miss Hall's pursuit of justice has been met with resistance at every turn. The system, designed to protect her, has instead become another obstacle in her path. The fight for accountability is often long and arduous, a testament to the deep-seated power structures that perpetuate injustice. Her case is a stark reminder that the pursuit of justice is often a marathon, not a sprint. It demands unwavering resilience, a refusal to be silenced, and a commitment to holding those in power accountable for their actions. The legal battle ahead will be challenging, but Miss Hall's determination to seek justice is unwavering. Her case is about more than just personal vindication. It is about sending a clear message that abuse of power will not be tolerated. It is about ensuring that what happened to her does not happen to anyone else. Section 9. Breaking the silence. Empowering victims and demanding change. Miss Hall's courage in coming forward is an inspiration to others who have suffered in silence. By sharing her story, she is giving voice to the voiceless, empowering others to step out of the shadows and demand accountability for the wrongs they have endured. This is how systemic change happens, one voice at a time, one story at a time, until the chorus demanding justice becomes too loud to ignore. Breaking the silence is often the most difficult step, but it is an essential one in the pursuit of justice. Miss Hall's bravery in speaking out encourages other victims to come forward, knowing they are not alone. This collective action is crucial in dismantling the systems that allow such abuses to occur, and in creating a future where justice prevails. Silence only protects the perpetrators. Speaking out is the first step towards healing and accountability. Section 10. Rebuilding trust, brick by brick, a path forward for Honolulu. The road to rebuilding trust between the Honolulu Police Department and the community it serves will be long and arduous. It will require more than just words. It demands concrete actions, a demonstrable commitment to transparency, and a genuine effort to address the systemic issues that have eroded public confidence. This is not about public relations. It is about fundamental change. It is about creating a police force that reflects the values of the community it serves. This process begins with acknowledging the wrongs of the past and taking concrete steps to prevent them from happening again. It requires open and honest dialogue between law enforcement and the community, a willingness to listen and learn from each other. Section 11. Towards a future of justice, safeguarding rights, upholding the law. Miss Hall's experience serves as a stark reminder that the fight for justice is ongoing. It is a fight to uphold the Constitution, to safeguard the rights of all citizens, and to hold those in power accountable. It demands the participation of every citizen, a collective effort to create a just society. This is not just about legal victories. It is about ensuring stories like Miss Hall's are no longer possible. The pursuit of justice demands active participation. It requires us to challenge injustice and demand accountability. Miss Hall's story is a call to action, a reminder that the fight for justice is never truly over.